Even these days, with our picky attention palates, radio can still, without anything fancy, grab our attention, make us laugh or cry. In addition to music and programming, heard any ads lately that caught your interest? Those of us with enough gray to recall 1970 might remember some pretty off-the-wall radio spots that ran through that decade.
I'm a real good candy maker, everything except fudge. It always came out gooey. Well, after slurping just one Slurpee over at my 7-Eleven store, my fudge gets hard.
When one of these commercials came on, your channel change reflex wasn't activated. You listened to the end. They usually had some funny kicker to leave you smiling.
7-Eleven's giant contest to end all contests, giving away steamboats, airplane trips around the world, jewelry, treasures upon treasures. Here's what you do. Simply go to any 7-Eleven store and buy a pack of cigarettes, any pack of cigarettes. Using the entry blank there on the counter, simply guess how many cigarettes are in the pack. The correct guess wins the treasure.
In case of a tie, the entire contest is null and void.
These ads were just pushing some normal everyday things like cigarettes, paperback books, money orders.
6,000 feet above sea level in the Jemez Mountains of New Mexico lives a man they call Old Jim Young. He's famous the world over because of a fabulous champagne apple. The French say that each kind of wine grape needs to find its home to produce its finest wine. Apples are like that, too. And old Jim Young has found that one spot in the world where champagne apples can best be grown, his little mountain valley in New Mexico. Here the golden sun turns its skin and flesh to gold. Here the cold mountain nights develop its natural fruit sugars, make it so crisp every bite crackles. Here the pure mountain springs from which its growth is watered fill it with a cider-like juice which is nature's true champagne. This rarest of apples is a 7-Eleven exclusive, and the price is no more than you'd pay for ordinary apples. Old Jim Young's rare and wonderful champagne apples are awaiting your first mouth-watering bite now at 7-Eleven.
Bob Stanford, who wrote and usually voiced these things, could really find the interesting or funny essence of a generic product.
7-Eleven stores have been around for 43 years. It took us a long time, but we finally found it. Listen to what it will do. Multiply, add, subtract, and divide. But wait. Design a house to the last detail. Can you believe it? At 7-Eleven now, it will plan a party, invite the guests, improve your memory, figure your bank balance, make more friends than you could ever use, and, if you're interested, make a deal, tell how you feel, plan a meal. 7-Eleven's Miracle will invent a new word, compose a song, rhyme a poem. It's at 7-Eleven now. You will cast your vote, write a note, order a boat, remember a quote. It will tell you the truth if you want to hear it. It's a pencil. The most remarkable nickel's worth 7-Eleven ever offered. A nickel, and it's yours. Get it, and make a name for yourself.
He'd tackle things you'd think would be hopeless to make interesting. Fertilizer? Hear what he did with that.
What am I going to do about this yard of mine, Sam? That's the puniest-looking grass I ever saw.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. That grass is puny. It needs a fertilizer with authority, and 7-Eleven has the answer.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Lion manure.
Lion manure. The king of fertilizers. It packs a wallop, and then some. Lion manure. 7-Eleven bagged it for lawns that want to roar.
I don't have any grass, but I want a bag of lion manure.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Lion manure does for your lawn what it did for the jungle.
How does it smell?
Proud. It's your bag, Leo. 7-Eleven's got lion manure. Spread it around.
Stanford probably single-handedly turned one product into a long-lasting fad that still has fanatics today. He coined the name when he heard someone slurp one, and then he figured out how to make the name of the flavors matter more than the slight color or taste difference in them.
7-Eleven presents Fullabulla. Fullabulla. What health? Right from El Toro himself. The flavor with a picador for a kicker. That's Fullabulla. The crowd, ready for the big one, champing at the bit. That's Fullabulla. Now then, the matador prancing, lunging, teasing. That's Fullabulla. El Toro, the bull in his magnificence. This is his day, and he's up to it. That's Fullabulla. And now, the moment of truth. You, at your 7-Eleven store, slurp it, and you know you're Fullabulla.
Bob's great friend, Frank Harting, is the nasal-voiced sidekick or solo voice on many of these almost Monty Python-like spots.
All right, you walk into a 7-Eleven store, and what happened?
Well, I order a couple of cigars.
You order a couple of cigars.
Yeah.
Okay. And what? And then
Well, then there's nobody in the store.
Mhm.
I order one of those things you slurp.
if the store is empty,
Yeah,
you
nobody in
order one of those things you slurp.
Yeah.
All right. And so then you slurp it right there.
Oh,
and
no,
then-
no, not in the store. I don't. No.
What do you do
I
with
take it out the car with me.
You take it out of the car.
Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
And then you slurp it in the car.
No, not
You don't-
there.
no.
I drive out the country with it.
Wait a minute. You drive out. You go to a 7-Eleven store and you get
Yeah.
one of these things you slurp,
Mhm.
and then you drive out to the country.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I just like slurping out there in the country.
I see. Well, so you're sitting out there in the car,
Yeah.
and then you slurp it,
Mhm.
and then what?
Well, then I burn the cup. Okay, you can start this 7-Eleven 29-cent Slurpee commercial now.
Who are you?
I'm the truth and advertising watchdog.
Mhm.
And I'm watching you. So watch it.
All right. Cue the birds, please. Once upon a time in Slurpee Land, 1,000,000 years ago.
Now, don't exaggerate.
Once upon a time in Slurpee Land, 100 years ago.
No,
One day after school,
that's better.
there was a beautiful fairy princess named Lorelei.
That's not believable.
There was a girl named Sheila. and
Okay.
she just loved slurping Slurpees down and participating in 7-Elevens.
What is a Slurpee?
It's a super cold drink that's made out of ice, only at 7-Elevens. They got them there. Anyway, she found out that 7-Elevens were selling 16 ounces of that freezing cold treat for only 29 cents.
Is that true?
It's true. 29 cents for a regular-sized Slurpee. And so she bought one, and when she slurped it, she grew beautiful long golden locks.
Not true.
She grew short brown locks.
Not true.
A mustache.
No.
Anyway, after school, she went to 7-Eleven with a bunch of her friends, and she got a freezing good Slurpee for only 29 cents, and she loved it.
True.
Get out of here.
They got away with a few things in those days that probably wouldn't make it now.
Firewater. The Savage Slurpee at your 7-Eleven TP. Better than a rain dance. Beats a scalping party. Makes a cowboy look ridiculous. This is Arapaho, Comanche, Kiowa, and Apache, all in one super savage cup of 7-Eleven Slurpee. Wait, it's a trap. They've got us surrounded. They'll attack any minute. But we'll beat them at their own game. Everybody slurp a firewater. The 7-Eleven Savage Slurpee. Wait, here's the chief.
Listen, I'll swap you 3 arrows and a pretty good-looking squaw for a cup of that fire water.
It's pretty amazing that the straight-laced big corporate culture of 1970 could stomach this level of strange.
Some embarrassment. 7-Eleven presents the Blue Blunder. What's it all about? Our newest Slurpee flavor, the Blue Blunder. It's awful. This one is a no-no. It just didn't work out, that's all.
If you've got the courage, buy one, a small one.
Hold your breath and slurp.
The Blue Blunder.
It's no darn wonder. Goes folks like the Blue Blunder. I mean,
Even the jingle we made for it turned out bad. We've got 3 tank cars full of the stuff, so buy one, a little one. It's deductible because this is charity. Please, help erase 7-Eleven stores. Big, slurpy flavor, boo-boo.
Blue Blunder.
That's blunder.
Really, it's not very good.
Oh, that's 3 seconds over.
One of Stanford's favorite stories was at the Boulder radio station. They got so many calls with requests to replay commercials after the end of the popular Strange Things campaign that they did, a half hour's worth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
I
another
had
report
always
on the strange
wanted to
things that
invent
seem to be happening to people who slurp
being an
Slurpees up at
inventor.
Southland. Would you mind repeating that again? Now, what was that about?
Well, as I was saying, I'd always wanted to invent something.
Yeah.
But I never had any luck at it.
Uh-huh. And what'd you
Then
do?
I started slurping, Slurpees over at my 7-Eleven
7-Eleven
store.
store, yeah.
And I invented this oval thing.
That
here.
thing right there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you break it in a frying pan. It's yellow in the center, and it's white all around. It really is delicious.
You know, that looks like an egg.
Well, similar.